Hi there everyone, welcome back to the Messy Cook. Today we're going to have some pink salmon, which I'm actually defrosting. I got the wild caught salmon, sockeye salmon from Costco. It's actually a pretty good deal. You get about 9 pieces for about 50 bucks here in Canada, which is really good. Whenever I do that, we like to do it like a cedar plank, so that's what we're going to do tonight. That's not the recipe I'm showing you though. The recipe I'm going to show you is a mango salsa that I like to put on it. So what you're going to need is 1 or 2 mangoes, nice and ripe, lime and a half or 2 limes, however much you like. I got about 2/3 of a, well, maybe a third of a really large red pepper, half a red onion, and I rinsed this just so it's not too spicy. If you like that little bit of bite of onion, that's fine. 1 jalapeno, I'm actually probably going to only use half of it. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 leaves of basil. Now normally I would do this with cilantro, but my husband doesn't like cilantro, and I've tried doing the basil a few times. Honestly, the basil is amazing. It's a nice kind of sweet taste. I'm also going to add in a touch of olive oil and a little bit of salt and pepper. So excuse while I reach across and put those over here. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dice everything nice and small. I'll get these all diced up, and I'm going to have to sharpen my knives here. So I'm going to dice these pretty small, and I'll show you what I mean by the small here. So basically the red onion and the pepper I'm going to dice fairly small. Just want to make sure you get these all in there. And you can add more or less. This is kind of add as much or as little as you want of each item. So I'm just going to kind of break these up. I'm not making a lot. You can make a really big batch if you're doing for a lot of people. It's great just to have with chips. It's good with fish tacos. It's great on chicken. It's great on, we usually do it with the salmon. So we're going to dice it about that small, so you can see it's quite a small dice. So I'm just going to continue on and dice all of these items here. I'm going to come back and show you, if you haven't got fresh mango before, depending on where you live, they might be hard to come across. I'll show you how you cut those. Also, if you don't have fresh, most grocery stores sell it frozen, and frozen is just as good because they freeze it when it's at its peak. You can cut it up and use that in its place. It'll create a little bit of juice actually, which is kind of nice as well. So let me continue on with these, with the pepper, this jalapeno, and I'm going to come back in just a moment. Remember, when you're doing jalapenos, if you want the spice, you can leave the seeds in, or you can use the back of a spoon and scrape out the little veinies, which is this little part here, because that holds the heat as well as the seeds. So I don't like it too spicy. I'm going to package that one up later. I'm going to get rid of that. Also, do not touch your eyes. You can use a pair of gloves for this as well. The jalapeno, I'm going to dice a lot smaller. I like the flavor of it, and it's not that I don't like the heat, but I'm having guests over tonight, and I don't want anything too spicy. So this one is going to get minced even smaller, so just we get a little fleck through there. If you cut up too much, you can put it in the fridge in a little baggie. It'll last for a little while, and you can put it in like some sort of a jalapeno popper dip or something. So all right, so this is basically it so far. I've got onion, red pepper. The jalapenos are diced quite small, you can see, so that's what we're looking for. I'm going to actually add in the basil now. Like I said, you can use cilantro if you prefer, or if you want to put chives in or something, you're entitled to do whatever works best for you. I'm just putting these all on top of each other. I'm going to roll them. They call it the chiffonade cut. And I'm just going to slice. Let's see if I can do it here, and you can see this is very thin slices because we just want a little fleck through. Now they're going to stay in little rounds, and then I like to cut that in half so you can see here these have turned into little strips. So that's all we need for that. I don't have a lot of basil in my garden right now because my garden is just starting, so I took some off, and hopefully that will be enough. Now, rinse my hands. All right, dry them off as well so the mango doesn't slip and I don't cut myself. So for the mangoes, you can see that they're shaped like an egg basically. And if you look this way here, it's kind of got like a narrower edge. So we're going to cut down in the middle of that there there's a flat seed, a big long flat seed. So we're going to slice down either side. So we'll show you. Okay, sorry, I thought I didn't hit record there for a sec. So if you hit the seed, you can kind of push your knife a bit to the side and go down. And just kind of feel around. You can see the, I realize the stick was there. You can see that seed there in the center. That's the white part. So again, oh, that sticker out of there. You're going to go, let it go near the top, start it, and then go straight down the side of the seed. There we go. So that's, you can see that seed on this side, and you can see it on that side. Now what I usually do, get some other knife here, is I cut through the top there, skim around to get the peel off. There we go. Because there is a little bit of flesh down the side sometimes that you can use. Sometimes a little bit stringy depending. I mean, we're in Canada, so we're not getting the best quality, I'm sure. But that's also where the frozen comes in. Okay, this is not coming off well, but no, that's no good. We're going to get rid of that. Then what we're going to do, we have two options here. One, we can cut it up and into strips and peel it, or we can just do this. This is, for me, is much easier if I can do it. I'm going to get that spoon in there, you can see, and I'm going to scoop around underneath the skin, between the skin and the flesh of the fruit. And there we go. That's pretty much it. So I'm do the same with this one here. Again, you can see I'm scooping around the flesh of the fruit. And keep going around. It's just enough that it should pop off of there. So I'm going to do that with the second mango, and we're going to come back. Just scooping out the second half of this other one. And I did manage to get a little bit off of the seed of this one here. It's not much, but you know, every little bit counts. They're not cheap, so I cut down the side of the side of that seed, and I got just a couple of smaller pieces. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to slice this in 1/2 centimeter, depending on the size you want. I'm going to do 1/2 centimeter slices, and then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to chop them in about 1 centimeter pieces this way. Doesn't have to be perfect, just whatever size chunks you want. I don't want to do it too big, but just enough. So I'm going to show you the sizes I've got these in, so you have an idea. So you can see just like 1 centimeter size here, and in the bowl it's again about that size. So I'm going to continue and cut the rest of these, and we'll come back in just a second and finish the last steps. Okay, so I've got everything diced up. I have my 1.5 limes. You want juicy limes, and if you look on the outside of the lime that you get, if it's shiny and sort of flat on the lime, they tend to be the juicier limes. The ones that are really pitted have less lime juice. So if you don't have limes, you can absolutely use lemons. Sorry about the background noise. My husband is doing the outside cleanup today. So 3 limes or 3 half limes, or whatever you have. A couple full limes would be great as well. We don't get great big ones here, and I forgot to buy them today, so what I have is going to have to do, I like to squeeze them all together one last turn to make sure you get all of that juice out. There we go. That's a teaspoon of juice. Now, I like to put, I don't know, 1/2 teaspoon. Just going to do a little squirt, 1/2 teaspoon of olive oil, a couple sprinkles of salt. So this is maybe 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I was going to put black pepper, but I don't think I'm going to do that. So, and then basically we're just going to stir this up. This salsa, like I said, will go pretty much on anything. It just brings the taste of summer to you, and it's lovely on fish, chicken, pork, tacos, anything really. Anything you like. Have it along with, put it on topper as a salad. You could put it, make a nice tuna salad with this, and just do like flakes of tuna and pop that on top of it for some tuna in it. Yeah, I think there's lots of things we could do with it. So that is a fresh summer salsa. Look at that. That's amazing. So this sits really, really well in the fridge. I have a piece of pepperoni or basil there. This sits really well in the fridge. I think I might actually add some lemon to this because I don't think that's enough juice in there. So let me grab a lemon. This, although, will sit in your fridge and for probably 2 or 3 days. So I'm going to add some lemon juice to it, give another quick stir. I'm going to taste it. If it's good, we're just going to put it in a deli container until we're ready to serve. Okay, so I've added in some more lime. Sorry, just finishing this off here. There we go. So I've taken just a half of a, not lime, sorry, half a lemon. If you don't have more lime, I prefer the lime, but the lemon is just as good. If you don't have enough lime or don't have lime at all, you can certainly use lemons. If you don't have lemons, you can use maybe rice wine vinegar or a little bit of red wine vinegar, but we're all set. Just gonna give this a little taste here. Let's see. That's so good. I could eat that by itself. That's so fresh. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to put this in a deli container and let it chill for the day. And we're going to put it on our salmon tonight. So I'll send you a picture, or I'll put a picture at the end so you can see how I use this. My favorite method of using this, but I do use it other ways. And thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And click that little reminder bell. That way you get a notification as I post some new recipes. Summertime is here. I'll be doing some canning. I'm going to be making some homemade iced tea, which that video may come out before this one, but that's okay. And yeah, hit the like button. That would be appreciated. You have a great day. Enjoy your summer, everybody, and you'll see me again soon. Take care.